So now we're getting into a portion where we need to find the derivative of an inverse function. And unfortunately, it won't always be as easy as just finding the inverse and then taking the derivative. Sometimes you're not even given a function. So we have to understand the concept of an inverse. So this right here is a rule that you can memorize for finding the derivative of an inverse. But let me show you how you derive it first. Let's say that g of x is our inverse function of f. Now at this point, we cannot just find that derivative. We don't know how to find the derivative of an inverse. But what we can do is take f of both sides. So if I take f of both sides, f of f inverse cancels, and you're left with f of g of x equals x. Now we have basic functions that we can take the derivative of. So now what we're going to do in the next step is take the derivative with respect to x of this statement. So this is composition. So it's f prime of g of x times g prime of x, chain rule, equals 1. So remember, g prime of x was our inverse. So if I'm isolating for that, g prime of x equals 1 over f prime of g of x, which is the same as 1 over f prime of f inverse of x. So this is a rule that if you can't memorize it, you can derive it as quickly as I just did there to use in any problem that is discussing an inverse.